Hey guys, Callum here, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here to announce something regarding the channel, regarding my content, regarding what really has been happening lately. Well, the fact that I haven't really been uploading that much in terms of actual content. Uh, Mainly for this is because I am currently working really hard on a upcoming project that I've tweeted a bunch about on my Twitter. I'm making a Unbridled Rage on Spyfall, the whole story, and currently got half of it, almost half of it done. I've got part one completely edited. I'm gonna start part two soon. So that's kind of where it is at the moment, but that's not why I'm here mainly to talk today. As you are well aware, if you subscribe to this channel for a particular reason, back like I would say beginning of 29. I can't remember when it was. When was it actually? But many of you all know that I on this channel have done Doctor Who reactions on classic Who stories, and the last year I've not done one since. It has been a year now. Um, the main reason for this is because I felt at the beginning of COVID I was quite low. I didn't really have most motivation to really do it. I wasn't in the mood to really watch anything new in terms of creating content and having to put the effort in to react, edit, make sure it's all clear of copyright and all that kind of stuff on a regular basis. Um, Also, with the fact that I was quite low after Series 12, I just didn't want to watch any new Doctor Who content based upon how poor Series 12 was, and I needed just a break from Doctor Who overall, especially after I did my rewatch of Series 1. So I'm here to announce that I am not going to be continuing the Doctor Who classic reactions, and the main reason for this is to do with kind of what my sort of plans for the future of this channel are in terms of content, my schedule in terms of my personal life and work, how that all fits in, how it's the amount of work I do just in my normal life takes a lot of my time, and I do very long hours, and it's very tiring, and I just don't have much motivation to actually just sit down and record for about an hour or two reacting to something and sort of really going in depth with it. It's all to do with sort of like how I'm feeling, and I feel like if I forced it, then poor content is going to come out of it, and I don't want that for the channel. Another reason for it is because I feel like that me not watching more classic Who content, it's a shame, and I want to watch classic Who content, but I feel like this pressure of I've got to do a reaction, I've got to watch it, I can't not record it and not just casually watch stuff. It's very not really demanding, because obviously it's become a little bit of a meme. The fact that I haven't reacted to the next story, which was meant to be the Daleks, in a year, and people have been waiting for it. And in a way, I feel bad because people have subscribed to this channel for that content, and I enjoyed every single reaction. I enjoyed doing it, but it's not what I want to do for this channel. I don't want that to be the mainstay, because I'm way more now, especially after this past year, how I've grown as a critique, as a YouTuber, as an editor, and all that kind of stuff. This past year, especially in terms of how I view things, how I critique things, and how I want to do content, it has changed, and I'm having way more fun doing long discussions and just sort of discussing and just watching it, and not really having that pressure of I'm reacting to something, I need to either make a comment or I need to make sure that, in the way that I sort of did things, it was an odd thing I've been thinking about the last sort of few months. Yeah, the main reason for it is to do with scheduling, and then another reason would be because I kind of want to evolve my content, and I just don't think that reactions to Classic Who are really things I'm fully invested in. Mainly from the content side of things, not what I'm watching. Because I am going to watch Classic Who more eventually. I'm going to watch more Doctor Who content, but I just feel like that what I want for this channel is something different, I think, from what I wanted 2 years ago when I started doing the reactions. And it happens, motivations change, ambitions change. Right now, what I want to do is make videos on Mandalorian. I want to make videos on Bly Manor. I want to make videos on Doctor Who, and I want to make videos on writing and sort of criticism and all that kind of stuff. If you follow my Twitter, you know how much I talk about sort of writing, how I talk about it objectively, how I talk about it from the perspective of how a craft is made in terms of consistency. And I always want to talk about that, because I feel like that is the bread and butter of stories. You can't have a good story without consistent writing, and that is just how it works in terms of just the baseline. If it doesn't make sense, it's not good, But I've said this many times, it's a complicated discussion, and it doesn't end at one point. People who talk about things objectively constantly are debating things back and forth. It's a constant thing. So that conception is just not true. That it ends the discussion. But yeah, I've gone on a bit of a tangent there. But yeah, so unfortunately I will no longer be doing Doctor Who Classic Who reactions. I will probably still do New Who reaction, because I think that is more easier in a way, in a sense, because I think that it's an odd one, because I think with Classic Who, because it's a long form and there's so much more of it, that it would eventually feel like a chore, and I don't want it to feel like a chore, because I feel like that would just be bad content for you who are watching, and I don't want that. I want you to come to this channel and expect the best content possible from me, from my ability. So yeah, so to just sort of wrap up, yes, no more Classic Who reactions, unfortunately, but that doesn't mean that I won't be doing videos on Classic Who at some point on this channel. I'll absolutely do that once I get through a good chunk, because I love Doctor Who, I do, and there's so much content I haven't watched that I know is probably going to make me want to make videos on it, so that you won't lose the potential of Classic Who videos. It's just not the same content. It's going to be a lot more like how I've done the Unbridled Rages, how I'm going to be making just one-off videos, just talking about a topic and that kind of stuff, because that's the content I want to do. I want to evolve as a creator. So that's sort of me being honest. And the videos they're still there, the reactions are still there, and I'm glad that they are there. I'm glad they've been documented, because I had a blast doing them. I really did. But this last year, in terms of my scheduling, in terms of my motivation, it has changed. And that happens. Things change, and that nothing we can really do about it. So yeah, you don't have to be subscribed to the channel if that was the only content you were looking for. It's completely fine. I completely get it. But that's just, I'd rather do content that I want to make and that I'm proud of, and that it doesn't feel like a chore. Because then I put my heart and soul into something and I post it. I want it to be recognized as something that I created to the best of my ability. So yeah. Thank you everyone who has watched them and who has subscribed due to the reactions and who has stuck with me all this time. And I'm sorry that you've waited a year for this kind of video, or for a video regarding it. It's just something that's been on my mind for months, and I've been battling back and forth on it, whether I should continue it or not. And I see now that the content that I want to make is just not going to be the same as that. They're going to be two very different things, and I don't want this clash of me being really, really invested in one part of the channel and then this other thing I'm half-arsing or making it feel like a chore. And that's just it. And like I said, things change, motivations change, and that's sort of how I see it. But yeah, thank you for taking the time for watching this, and yeah. And you'll see me for the next video, which will most likely be Spyfall in about a month or two. It'll come eventually, don't worry, I am working on it, don't worry. But yes, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day.